Isn't that fantastic? That's Steve Elson there, my guest this afternoon, and he's known as Nick Dagger in the Counterfeit Stones and the brilliant Honky Tonk Woman. So you can get the picture of the sound when you go and see them, and they have a screen behind and different parts of the Rolling Stones career, you know, going right from the beginning, isn't it, Steve? You go right back to the Come On day. I can't remember.
We didn't do it in this show, but we have done in the past. Yeah, we start in about 63, 64.
Yeah.
And work our way up to. We don't do anything any later than Start Me Up. That's the most modern song that we do, which is Start Me Up's now 26 or 27 years old. But
is it really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 1981, I think it came out.
Wow. Yeah, yeah.
And yet it still sounds like their new release to me. But we thought that the show we are selling is a celebration of nostalgia on what the Stones were, not what they are now.
Well, they're an arena.
Well, they're an arena act and they're still doing it, that's why, yeah. So we're trying to say, look, this is what you won't see them doing in these clothes with these guitars. And of course we've got Brian at the beginning of the show, which a lot of people love.
Yeah, Brian Jones. I mean, you know, he a lot of people, I think, and you would hear this more than most, felt that he was the main figure in the Rolling Stones in the early days.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, he had that look, he lived a rock and roll lifestyle. I saw him at parties, and he was great friends with Dave Davis, who I was great mates with. So I did, you know, he'd say things like, "Have you got a cigarette?" Which he did, in fact. And I thought, oh, why not? You know, give him one of our woodbines. I just noticed here about Oasis. Let's get this correct here. Something played at Oasis end of tour party in 2002, and Nick, it was a great laugh. Said Nick Dagger. Is this right? You enjoyed their company?
Yeah, we got the call that they were doing 3 nights at Finsbury Park, which was the end of the tour. And then after that third show at Finsbury Park, they were going to have a big party in Astoria up in, it's the Mean Fiddler now, isn't it? It's one of their venues, but up at Tottenham Court Road. And
that's right, yeah.
So we went along and, we had a really great party, including Liam wanting to use the toilet in the dressing room a lot. I don't know why, I think he must have had an upset stomach, but him and his friends kept needing to use our toilet.
Yeah, because
I think they all had bad colds as well.
Yeah, because some people need to go to the toilet a lot. I know what you're saying, because
I think they just had colds because they were blowing their nose a lot with the toilet roll on.
And sniffling.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think Oasis are great.
They are great. I loved hearing them. They were on the radio, I think it was this morning, moaning about who their headline act in Glastonbury is this year. You know, because they said it's not a rap.
No,
it's not a rap festival.
And have you noticed that Glastonbury this year, the tickets didn't sell out?
The tickets are not selling, no.
No, because people don't want all that.
No, and as Noel and Liam have both said, you know, you think of Glastonbury is really guitar orientated.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I know you shouldn't be completely general, but as a whole, that's what you imagine it to be. And even when they put Lulu on as a main act or Shirley Bassey, the lead up to that cabaret stuff, the cabaret giant, is always lots of great guitar bands. And I just think it's such a completely different market. Well, I don't know why Evis is doing it. I really don't.
Now that's a good point. Is it Jazzy J who's?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't listen to
the guy who married Beyonce anyway. It's not. I know at gigs sometimes we have to play some of that stuff, and it's just.
Well,
you know,
whenever I've seen it live, it's just inaudible. I don't get the lyric. I don't get the whole attitude.
I think it's done more damage to music than people will ever realise. But getting back to Oasis, you know, you talked about you did a gig, and Tim Rice saw you there, and then you went to another gig. A similar thing happened to me, and it was the Oasis management that booked us with the old disco, Mick. You know,
oh yeah,
booked the old disco. And we went along, and Liam and Noel were there. And when I saw him in the audience, that puts pressure on me. I'm thinking, oh my God, Liam and Noel, and I've got to get up on this stage and perform. But before we even did the show, Liam came over and he went, da, 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 and he said, I know you, and he just got rapping, and I thought he was fantastic, and we just chatted and chatted and chatted. He was brilliant, and he came on the stage and chipped in and picked tracks, and he was just so wonderful, and he was, you know, he's so full of energy and stuff like that. I think Oasis are just so great, and I'll never forget that day. That was just wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I like about that kind of band is they still, even though the original other guys in the group have all, I think, peeled away, haven't they? The original drummer and the bass player and all that. But you still feel it's something that you're growing up with. Whereas, you know, when stuff changes very dramatically and they go off and do solo-y stuff and all that, you just don't feel the same about it, you know. And
they've done such crazy things, like Noel's gone on the stage and Liam's actually been sitting in the audience, hasn't he?
I know, yeah.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. You're talking about the sniffles and that. I remember seeing Liam before he talked to me at this gig, and he was at a Who concert, Shepherd's Bush, and he was in and out of the toilet, and I thought, God, he's going to the toilet a lot. Because, you know, sometimes you have a drink and it does run through you and you need to go to the toilet quickly.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know what that is, and there are other times you can just knock them back, you know, as long as you've got a driver with you, and you're fine.
Yeah.
Which happened on Friday night, is it?
Well, I mean, I don't know what the medical explanation would be, but it's always that first time you go to the loo, when you start, you don't stop. But if you can drink 5 pints and not go.
Yeah.
But then you can have half a pint and that's it.
Yeah.
And if you go once, you've had it. This is a very fine subject to discuss.
Yes, because we got on this because of the loo. Yeah, I know what it was. He said, I know you and that stuff. I said, there's only one place you would know me from, and that when I saw you at Shepherd's Bush Empire, and you kept running in and out the toilet. He went, what do you mean? I said, I think you know what I mean. and the conversation went from there. Now, he'd obviously been on my website and done a bit of checking out, because he probably said to Cat, who's doing the entertainment, as you would when you're going to a do. It was like a wedding, and you know, you want to know what's going on, don't you? So whether you're going to go early or what. But he did hang out all night, and he was just really great. I cannot say enough nice things about that guy. You know, like your good self. I could probably rave on about you for at least 10 minutes. No, you know what I'm saying. Now, I know we got another tune line. It's so great to see you again, Steve.
Well, it's been a long time coming.
Now let's yes, because Brian Longley came to see me at 210. What was I say where it was? And he brought a crowd of artists with him, and we had a lovely night.
Yeah.
Hanging out and enjoying ourselves at the radio station. And anyway, let's talk about your tour. You're going right across the board. We're going to name some of the dates now. The next one coming up, in fact, is at High Wycombe. That's on the 18th. That's this Friday, isn't it? High Wycombe. And that, as we said earlier on, is a great theatre. I'm not sure the Ashcroft Inn Theatre. I don't know that one in Croydon.
Well, it's part of the Fairfield Halls.
Fairfield Halls.
Fairfield Halls is the big 2,500 seater.
Yeah.
The Ashcroft is sort of 800 capacity.
Okay, so
we're at the Ashcroft, yeah.
The 25th. That's the following Friday, and then Lichfield. Where's Lichfield?
Lichfield's sort of northeast of Birmingham.
Oh, there we go up and down. This is it.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, these are places that only bands would know about, because they've got a nice little theatre there called the Garrick. Yeah, we're playing there.
That's great.
It's sold out already, that one.
Is it? So the Garrick, and then you're on to
Worcester. That's sold out.
Swan Theatre.
Yeah.
So you are really selling out, aren't you?
Well, it always sounds good to say a sellout, but of course that will depend on the capacity. I mean, we do a various sort of capacity range of anything from about 350 up to about 1,000 is our average theatre capacity size.